How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video. Now that it's the end of the week, I wanted to finally do a breakdown of the D23 special look of The Rise of Skywalker that D23 attendees saw this past week and that the general public saw on Monday. I like to wait a little bit before I drop a breakdown to see the fanbase's reaction to huge new footage so that I can comment on how it's being received on the internet. I'll be doing the same thing with the Mandalorian trailer, probably dropping the video sometime early next week. I always get so excited when there's new Star Wars footage, so I'm so pumped to break this down. Let's get sweaty.
Shall we punch it?
Punch it!
Punch it!
Punch it!
Punch it!
So first thing they show us is a beautiful montage of the past 8 saga films. I'm pretty sure this is Lucasfilm reminding us once again that this is a cohesive story and this is meant to tie everything together. It's a tall order, but I think they can do it. We saw similar marketing done for the Revenge of the Sith, and I think they did a pretty good job ending the saga for the second time. Would you look at that? I was able to show that I enjoyed Episode 3 and support the sequels in the same sentence. I hope prequel supremacists like 9, otherwise it'll be really confusing when they start yelling that ROTS was better than ROTS on the internet. Alright, time to talk about what you're really here for, the new stuff. So it looks like the gang is back together. We see them here overlooking some kind of festival or celebration. It looks like one of those events people go to where they just throw colored chalk at each other. Great for asthmatics. Rey's probably going to come back from it with some ridiculous henna tattoo, and Poe's going to buy a hemp tank top. What makes me laugh is how I've been seeing internet trolls saying things like, I guarantee this village is full of cute little creatures like Ewoks or Porgs, just so Disney can sell more toys. Well, no. The safest assumption is that these are the Aki-Aki, the native people of Pisana that we saw from the celebration panel as well as the Variety Fair articles. Besides, kids don't even play with toys anymore. They just play Fortnite and watch slime videos. The only ones buying these figures are collectors, the majority of which are middle-aged men.
Awesome!
Come on, filmmakers don't make decisions based on toy sales. Oh wait, that's the whole reason George made the prequels. Oops. Next we see Leia in some sort of foresty jungle planet. So maybe there will be cute little Ewoks after all. I'm really excited to see how they handle the repurposed footage of Carrie. I made a whole video about it and I'll post a link below. Go check it out if you're curious. I think we see this location again in the teaser, so I'll talk more about it in a bit. I'm loving this shot of the fighters coming out of hyperspace in the atmosphere. I guess Rey told everyone about Han pulling it off and they thought, hey, that's a good idea. It only increases our chance of going Admiral Holdo through the planet by like 3,000%. It does look super cool though. Everyone is talking about the return of the Tantive 4, but I'm super curious about this ship here. Reminds me a little bit of the Ebon Hawk. Maybe this is Janna's ship, or Zori Bliss's? That's a lot of Star Destroyers. Awesome shot. I saw one guy who was able to raise the exposure on this shot, and it shows that they all have huge ventral cannons on the bottom, which may come into play later on in this teaser. I'm calling it a teaser because D23 special look takes way too long to say. Finn and Janna looking worried. Alright, here's my big prediction. There's going to be some sort of conflict in this film, and here they're looking really concerned for the safety of their friends and their loved ones. Here we go. #CCreepio. By the way, whoever came up with that, that's genius. Props to that person, or as he would say.
Thank the maker.
I've enjoyed all the instant kill Spider-Man memes for this. Really, it could just be him going through updates, and his eyes just flash red for a brief moment. But that leaked poster from earlier this year would suggest otherwise.
Die, Jedi gods! What did I say?
So I've seen a ton of people complaining at this part, saying, we're getting a 4th Death Star. I really hope that's not the case. I doubt that it is. I don't think JJ is that lazy. Besides, it doesn't look like it's doing planet-level damage. I'm sure this is just an orbital bombardment from the Star Destroyer cannons we saw earlier. Similar to what we saw with Captain Kennedy's Dreadnought in The Last Jedi. Here we see Rey training with remotes in the forest. Most likely the same place we saw Leia. Is Leia training her? Is Leia more trained in the ways of the Force than we know? Can she do more than Mary Poppins through space and walkie-talkie with Luke? Also, what's the deal with the red ribbon? This teaser brings up a lot of questions, but this is probably the one that I'm most curious about. What is the costuming choice behind that? Is she raising awareness for galactic cancer? Is she playing flag football with the training droid? Or is she the lead singer of a glam rock band? Either way, I'm losing sleep over this. Now this was a dope shot. Someone paid attention in film school. I could watch a looping gif of this all day long. We see a turbo laser turret tower. Wow, say that 10 times fast. Turbo laser turret tower. Turbo laser turret tower. Turbo laser turret tower. Anyways, we see one, leading us to believe that this fight is happening on the Death Star. Or Death Star 2. Or Death Star 5. I don't know, they could have made more and not told us. But this shot greatly mirrors the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin in the first ROTS.
Again, it's like poetry.
But I do love seeing that contrast and symbolism.
Yes, it's in.
Boom, Dark Ray. And the internet is on fire. Is she a clone? Is she a twin? Is she possessed? Is this a vision? Is she going to be sent back in time and become Shmi Skywalker? That's a really dumb theory, by the way. But people do think that's the case. Or is she just fed up with the Porg infestation on the Falcon and one blade isn't enough to clear out those little buggers? I did a little more in-depth video on her lightsaber here and why they are crackling like Kylo Ren's. Go check it out. I'll leave another link in the description. So there's everything we saw in the new Rise of Skywalker teaser, or trailer, or special look, or whatever we're calling it. Some are still referring to it as a behind-the-scenes reel, because that's what they told us it would be before D23. But I hate to break it to you, they did not go behind a single scene. Anyways, I hope you liked my breakdown. If you did, let me know by hitting the like button. Leave a comment below and tell me what you're most excited for Episode 9. Or tell me if you hate Star Wars now, and if you think Disney ruined everything you ever loved by making The Last Jedi.
Anything else?
Subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. But I'm sure you know that. This is probably not your first day on YouTube. Thanks a bunch, guys. And may the Force be ever in your favor. Oh, sorry. That was a Harry Potter reference.